Free agent pass rusher Za'Darius Smith is signing with the Eagles per multiple reports. Smith had 9 sacks last year in stints with the Browns and Lions. Second all-team pro and all-pro, that is, in 2020 and a Pro Bowler in 19, 20, and 23. He's one of 3 players since 1982 with 10 or more sacks with 4 different teams.
So, like you, I didn't pick the Eagles to come out of the NFC, and I have been skeptical of how much of a role Jalen Hurts has in this whole operation. Like, is he a product of the circumstances around him? But I actually came out of it with more faith, and I'll tell you why.
Love it.
Because, first of all, that was a weird game. Like, player gets injured on the kickoff, out for the game. Then best defensive player doesn't even get to play a snap, spits on Dak Prescott. Then it's banner night, but they had been acting like they didn't know about it, didn't care. Just weird things have happened in the openers. We've seen that in the past. Then the lightning delay. It was just weird. But you guys talked about it earlier in the show, and I felt like it should be spotlighted a little bit more. Jalen Hurts specifically added something to his game last night that we haven't seen from him in the last 3 years. And I do think that his rushing touchdowns, they're not all created equal. Those scrambles last night, right. You guys were kind of debating earlier, are they more valuable than the tush push? I would say yes, because a lot of people can get 1-yard touchdown runs. But when you drop back to pass and then you scramble for touchdowns, he had done that twice in 47 games.
That's a shocking stat.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
All of his touchdown runs were designed runs. 2 in the last 3 years on scrambles, and he had 2 on scrambles last night. When you do that, and you saw Dallas struggling with it, should we spy on Jalen Hurts? Should we not spy on Jalen Hurts? He hasn't traditionally been a quarterback that you have to QB spy.
Right.
Because when he runs.
That's why they didn't, yeah.
Exactly. But when he runs, it's telegraphed. If he's added that to his game, that is going to pay huge dividends for them offensively.
A little dose of Josh Allen.
Yeah. Josh, Lamar, Mike Vick, the truly great running quarterbacks are dropping back to pass and then can run off of it. That is a huge change for Jalen Hurts last night.
It's 100% of the great Mahomes runs are scrambles.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like they're never doing designed runs with him. And so yeah, the quarterback scramble is like the most efficient play in football because when you're
not defending for
right,
it.
And so that part I agree with.
Let's talk Eagles. I said they do a lot of things lousy franchises do, and they did it again last night. Jaylen Carter couldn't get a snap in before he got tossed. They had more penalty yards in the first half than any team in the NFL last season had in the first half. They had multiple personal fouls. They were emotionally out of control. They had a dumb taunting penalty. I mean, I saw Big Dom more than I saw A.J. Brown. But once again, Jalen Hurts, stoic, intelligent leadership. He is so mentally dialed in.
Yo, Eagles Nation, buckle up because the Philadelphia Eagles just got even scarier after dismantling the Dallas Cowboys in a heart-pounding season opener. We're talking 2-4-2-0 thriller, folks. A game packed with drama, big plays, and that classic NFC East hatred. Jalen Hurts, our QB1 and Super Bowl MVP, straight up owned the field, proving once again why the haters are just casuals in disguise. He was the absolute reason we snatched this W, rushing for 2 TDs and making clutch moves that had Michael Jordan, yeah, the GOAT, nodding in approval from the stands at the link. But hold up, it wasn't all smooth. We had wild delays, penalties galore, and some defensive headaches. Stick around as we break it all down. You won't believe the twists. And speaking of twists, let's rewind to those shocking pregame decisions that set the tone. All right, before the chaos even kicked off, the Birds dropped some bombshell decisions that had everyone scratching their heads. Prominent pass rushers Azeez Ojulari, Ogbonia Okoronkwo, and rookie defensive tackle Thankyron Hopper were all scratched, inactive for Week 1. Instead, they elevated safety Marcus Epps and edge rusher Patrick Johnson from the practice squad. And get this, no Britton Covey on punt returns? That duty fell to wide receiver Jahan Dotson, who stepped up big time. I wasn't shocked by Okoronkwo and Hopper sitting, but Ojulari? Man, that's talent on the bench, prioritizing special teams juice. We'll see if this trend sticks, but personally, I'm itching to see Ojulari unleash that potential. These moves screamed depth issues on the edge, issues that the Cowboys exploited early. But wait till you hear about the fix Howie Roseman just pulled off. It's a game changer that makes our D-line terrifying. Hold the phone, Eagles fans. Breaking news that dropped Friday afternoon has me hyped out of my mind. Howie Roseman, the Wizard GM, just inked veteran beast Za'Darius Smith to a 1-year deal. And let me tell you, this is the perfect move to shore up our thin-edge rusher room. At 32 and entering his 11th season, Smith's still elite. 9 sacks last year split between the Lions and Browns. 5 inches 2023 with Cleveland. 10 inches 2022 with the Vikings, Pro Bowl nod. And he ranked 11th in NFL hurries with 67. Those Packers All-Pro days? Not ancient history. This adds depth, leadership for our young guns, and straight firepower. Our pass rush just got a whole lot scarier. I'd grade this an A+. No offense to the current crew, but the Cowboys game exposed us. With Smith in the mix, watch out, league. Now, let's dive into who actually started and how the rookies balled out. Finally, the answers we've been waiting for on those key defensive spots. Rookie Jeremiah Trotter Jr. locked down linebacker, and boy, did he shine like a future star. Adoree Jackson started at corner, but we'll get to his rough night soon. The big surprise? Rookie Andre Mukuba grabbed the safety start over expected Sidney Brown, playing 84% of snaps. Mukuba balled with 4 tackles, flashing against run and pass, including a late-game stop with Trotter on Javonte Williams, forcing 3rd and long. Solid debut, no flash but reliable. He's our guy moving forward. Brown saw base package action, but Mukuba owned nickel. Exciting stuff from the young blood, but man, the game started on the worst note imaginable. Injuries and ejections that gutted us early. Talk about a gut-wrenching opener. It couldn't have gone worse. Linebacker turned fullback Ben Van Sumeren suffered a brutal knee injury on the kickoff, carted off potentially season-ending. Prayers up, man. We had big plans for him as an extra blocker in the run game. That hurts bad. But the real shocker? Superstar DT Jaylen Carter got ejected before a single snap for spitting on Dak Prescott's chest. Unthinkable, selfish move that left our D reeling. As an Eagles diehard, I love Carter. Incredible talent, model citizen in Philly. But this was disappointing. No excuses, even if Dak started it by spitting toward him first. We've defended his character, but he gotta be smarter. Teams relying on him heavy. Let's unpack this wild incident and what it means. Diving deep into this mess, Carter and Dak nose-to-nose pre-snap. Dak spits on the ground toward him. He claims accidental, trolling Tyler Biadasz, but that face says otherwise. Carter retaliates by spitting on his chest. Boom, ejection, 15-yard penalty. Dak denies intent. I spit 1,000 times, wouldn't spit on somebody. But if intentional, Dak needs consequences too. Carter, selfish, stupid. Hurt the team big time. Coach Sirianni, play with energy within rules. We needed him out there. Good news. Carter owned it. Mistake on my side, won't happen again. Feel bad for teammates and fans. Mike Florio reports possible further NFL action. Maybe a suspension. Huge topic. Drop your thoughts below. No denying, his absence crushed our D early. Cowboys scored on first 4 drives for 20 points. Without Carter, our D was a hot mess from jump. Cowboys marched 6 plays for a Javonte Williams 1-yard TD. Next drive, big CeeDee Lamb plays, Quinion Mitchell 34-yard PI penalty, another Williams 1-yard score. Then, Nolan Smith taunting penalty, garbage call, let him celebrate, sets up a field goal. They added another FG to end half, 53 yards in 51 seconds. Run D leaky, penalties piled up. Total mess, giving up 20 points on 4 drives. 1-hour weather delay mid-game didn't help. But the glaring issue? Cornerback Adoree Jackson getting torched left and right. Barbecue chicken alert. No sugarcoating it. Adoree Jackson was my biggest worry going in, and he got absolutely cooked. Allowed 5 catches on 7 targets for 103 yards. Over half Dak's passing total. Tackling, angles, all bad. Cowboys' offense feasted early because of it. Bright side. He exited briefly. Jalen Brooks. Wait. Correction from tape. Likely Kaylee Ringo or Isaiah Rodgers. Look better. Howie said they'd make moves if needed. Watch this space. Serious concern. Can't have that in a championship defense. But hey, the offense kept us afloat, leading at half thanks to Hurts' magic. Flip the script. Our offense was electric. After Cowboys' first TD, Hurts marched us down. Throws to Dallas Goedert. Big runs from Saquon Barkley. 10-yard TD later. And Will Shipley, capped by Hurts' 4-yard scramble score. Next, clutch runs. Another Hurts. TD. Third drive. 51-yard bomb to Jahan Dotson. On third down. Beauty. Dotson led receiving, handled punts too. Barkley had special plays despite being keyed on. 3 TDs in first half. Second half, Jake Elliott nails 58-yarder. A.J. Brown quiet, 1 catch, 8 yards, due to lingering hamstring, used as decoy. Hurts, 152 pass yards, but efficient. Legs divided by mind, divided by arm, won it. Casuals hate on stats, but he was best on field. Coming out hot, offense stalled, but Elliott's 58-yarder was money after last year's struggles. Cowboys driving. Miles Sanders' 49-yard run. Former Eagle haunting us. BS penalty on Reed Blankenship. But Byron Young and Trotter Jr. Force fumble on Sanders. Quinion Mitchell recovers huge. Trotter, 3 tackles, pass breakup. 56.3 passer rating allowed. PFF 88.3 grade. Star potential. Jordan Davis stepped up sans Carter. Career. High snaps, 6 tackles. TFL, PBU. Nolan Smith. Jalix Hunt. Josh Sweat had pass rush moments. Zach Bond. Game high 9 tackles. TFL, PBU. D. Improved post. 1 hour delay. Forcing incompletions and drops from CD Lamb. Set up the clutch finish. Hurts time. Down to the wire 2-4-2-0. Cowboys driving. D forces turnover on downs. Then Hurts clutches up. Hits A.J. Brown sideline for his first catch. Huge, clock running. Then scrambles. Jukes for first down. Victory sealed. Sirianni. Jaylen played efficient. Big reason we won. Despite 152 yards, he made every play needed. Kellen Moore's offense will gel. Expect phenomenal year. Brown's hamstring lingering. Need him healthy. Week 1 chaos, but a W's a W. What a wild week 1. Plenty to clean, but Eagles start 1-0. Next. Super Bowl rematch versus Chiefs. I'll cover it all. Subscribe. Notifications on for non-stop Eagles hype. Drop likes aim 500. Comments on Carter drama or Hurts' greatness. Check another video here. Thanks for watching. Fly Eagles fly.